Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, March 13, 2025. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service has so far received 11 claims as the government begins wage talks with unions representing public sector workers for the new contract period. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams made the disclosure as she opened the 2025-2026 budget debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday.
The government has commenced discussions with the unions and associations for the new contract period. The continued engagement of all stakeholders remain key to the maintenance of harmony in the public sector.
The government has allocated $495.8 billion to cover the compensation of government employees in the new fiscal year.
It includes new rates of pay for medical consultants, dental surgeons, parish court judges and probation aftercare officers, back pay for medical consultants and parish court judges, an allocation to support the employment of agricultural wardens, $1 billion to support continuation of the Jamaica National Service Corps, and a compensation contingency provision of $33 billion to meet the cost of public sector wage settlement, including a provision of $3 billion to support the filling of vacant technical positions in regional health authorities.
Meanwhile, the finance minister is seeking to assure the public that sufficient fiscal restraints are in place without the need for a cap on public sector wages. She points out that the previous wage cap of 9% of GDP was ineffective and problematic.
Truth be told, Madam Speaker, the history is that the target was met only once, and the cap was criticized for stifling public sector reforms and contributing to attrition in critical services like healthcare and education. But I don't want Jamaicans to believe that there are no controls on the budget. The major controls we have on the budget is the fiscal balance rule and the debt ratio. The fiscal balance rule is also a strong guardrail for the financial affairs of this country.
Debt to GDP is targeted to reach 60% or less by the 2027-2028 fiscal year, and Minister Williams says the current fiscal rules are robust enough to prevent unsustainable spending. She asserts that the current round of wage negotiations will prioritize greater efficiency and performance-based pay for the public sector. Also coming out of Parliament, the government expects to pass microinsurance legislation in the new fiscal year to enhance financial inclusion for low-income households. Microinsurance offers coverage to low-income individuals for injury, illness, death, and a range of lower-valued possessions or assets. It's an easier access to insurance as these products come with considerably smaller premiums to pay. Finance Minister Favour Williams says Jamaicans can expect to see these products by the 2026-2027 fiscal year.
I believe that this will significantly improve financial inclusion once it comes into effect, and that our commitment when it comes into effect is to assess how we can help every path family access microinsurance to build financial resilience so that these vulnerable families can manage the financial impact of unexpected events such as illness, a death, loss of income, or natural disaster.
She reiterates that expert assessments suggest premiums could be highly affordable under the proposed policy.
One player in the insurance industry who is looking forward to seeing the legislation come into being estimates that it is possible to offer a microinsurance policy with a premium of $250 per month. Not $2,500, but $250 Jamaican dollars per month for a $500,000 benefit. That is worth it, Madam Speaker, to assist the most vulnerable to build resilience.
Government will be establishing the country's first ever freshwater fish agro park in Mitchelltown, Clarendon, to drive the growth of this industry. Fisheries Minister Floyd Green made the announcement during a recent meeting of the Standing Finance Committee of Parliament. He explained that the Freshwater Agro Park will offer infrastructure for rent similar to other agro parks to support individuals in their farming operations.
We're seeing a clear resurgence of our freshwater fish, especially since COVID-19. The demand for freshwater fish, especially tilapia, has really gone through the roof, and we're looking to facilitate that. How we're doing that is to expand our hatchery.
He says the ministry is also focused on revitalizing the export of tilapia and will be investing $574 million to increase the production of advanced fry.
We now produce about 1 million advanced fry per year. We are investing $574 million to move that capacity from 1 million a year to 5 million per year. So we will be able to get a lot more entrepreneurs into that freshwater fisheries space.
The administrative wing at the Cornwall Regional Hospital is now complete and furnished for occupancy. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton gave the update as he addressed last week's meeting of the Standing Finance Committee that was reviewing the budget for the new fiscal year.
Nicely furnished, really looking good, and is reflective of the new facility that's going to be in place.
Minister Tufton says the phased reoccupation of the main building at Cornwall Regional will start hopefully within the next week or two.
So that's the area which is considered the nerve of the facility. The next important area will be the IT, the server rooms. And then from there we continue to phase.
Dr. Tufton says phased occupancy was delayed in order to do air quality testing at the facility. The health minister says he's since been advised that the air quality is good and the phased occupancy is expected to continue during the course of this year into early next year. Full occupancy is expected long before the date that was posted out of an abundance of caution. And finally, Argentina's World Cup footballer Lionel Messi is in Jamaica for the highly anticipated upcoming match of the second leg of the CONCACAF Champion Cup Round 16. The global football star was greeted by the Minister of Sport, Olivia Grange, upon arrival at the Norman Manley International Airport Wednesday night. Messi and his Inter Miami club squad are on the island for the second leg of their CONCACAF Champions Cup Round of 16 match with Jamaican club Cavalier FC to take place later today at the National Stadium.
I'm happy that Jamaica is able to host, I would say, high-profile matches, because having Messi and other high-profile players here, it makes Jamaica look good. And I'm also proud of Cavaliers, the fact that they get to play with some of the most outstanding players in the world and to compete with them. I mean, Jamaica to the world.
Inter Miami currently holds a 2-0 lead over Cavalier following their previous match at Chase Stadium last week. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.